So one thing you got to be careful of if you're fighting these demons is you got to avoid jumping to the conclusion that you are a head case, okay? Just because you have the demons doesn't mean you're a head case. You got to understand that, okay? When you're out there having these demony days, I know you're going to feel a wide range of terrible emotions. You know, you're going to be probably equal parts, you know, furious and angry at yourself, or you know, at the direction the ball is going. You might be, you know, sad and hopeless and feel defeated at times. And I mean, I can tell you, it's put me into tears multiple times. It's put me into rage. You know, you might combat it with trying to joke about it or be funny about it. I mean, it's kind of this, you know, the kind of humor where they call it gallows humor, where you're kind of making fun of yourself, and you know, you might deal with it that way at times. You know, you might try to be have a poker face at times and try to be like not emotional. But you know, the demons wreak havoc with your emotional state for sure, and it can show up in a variety of ways depending on the day and how you're feeling at the moment. And all of that emotional distress, you know, can kind of lead to some scar tissue. You know, I mean, we as human beings, we remember things that, you know, make us really, really mad, and we remember things that make us really, really sad or really, really embarrassed. You know, those things just, you know, human nature would dictate that those things create pretty deep and you know, pretty deep memories. Okay, I'm here to tell you that all of that is normal. Okay, it may not sound normal to somebody that doesn't have the demon problem. They might think you're crazy when you talk about it. But you know, I think anybody that would dedicate a lot of their life to playing golf and doing it well, you know, and then having this problem where you literally can't get off the tee box in one shot half the time, like that would make anybody crazy if they had that problem. You know, if somebody's never had that problem, then they can't sit there and tell you you're crazy. And you got to be careful not to think yourself that you're crazy. Okay, you're not crazy. All right, the demons make you feel that way sometimes, but you're not a head case. All right, it was totally normal to have those emotions when you have no control over your golf ball. So get that out of your head right now. You don't need to be worried about your mental toughness on top of worrying about where your golf ball goes. Okay, you haven't quit yet. You know you can figure it out, and it may not have happened yet. As I mentioned in earlier videos, you know, I think a lot of the problem with demony players is they might not have a really good understanding of the root causes of, you know, ball flight laws and things like that. And you know, if that sounds like you, if you're not exactly sure what the problem is and how to fix it, then it's going to be terribly frustrating to, you know, try this and try that and not see success. So you know, just got to get it out of your head right now that you're not crazy. Okay, at least you're probably not crazy, I guess I should say. I don't know for sure since I don't know who's watching this video, but you're probably not crazy. But the demons make you feel that way at times. So just go easy on yourself, and don't start doubting your, you know, mental toughness and mental ability, because you know, if that was the case, you'd probably see something like that happen all across your whole game. But you know, if the rest of your game is reasonably fine, you know, like I can say personally, like I can spray it all over the place off the tee and have a terrible ball striking day off the tee and still hit my wedges fine and chip and putt fine. And that, you know, it's not a head case problem. It's a mechanical problem that, you know, makes you crazy. This is my favorite video in the whole series. If you got the demons, man, it's a real problem mentally. I think I did a pretty good job in this last video here, you know, giving you some reasons why you got to have some faith in yourself that you're not a head case, even though the demons make you feel that way. I spent a lot of time with sports psychologists. I think I've read every sports psychology book that's been published of note over the last, 20, 30 years. I've probably read a dozen or more of them. I've seen sports psychologists talking about this problem. Um, and I realized that, it's just, you're not crazy to be scared of hitting tee shots if your tee shots are terrible. If your tee shots have been terrible for years, of course you're going to be scared of them. I mean, don't try to fool yourself. Don't kid yourself. Like, accept it and get to working on getting through it, as opposed to like trying to pretend it's not a problem or like block it out of your mind. It's just to me, like, some of the sports psychology stuff can actually be harmful. If you're trying to be too confident, where like going back to the bringing golf balls back to the tee box. Like, I know I'm supposed to only bring one because that's what so and so sports psychologist says, like, because I'm confident, but I'm also realistic, and it's okay to be realistic and be confident. Like, nowadays, even nowadays, if I have a long walk, I'm bringing a couple back there. I don't think I'm going to need them, but you never know. I could hit a bad one. So could anybody. And I know that the hike from the cart to the tee it causes a lot of anxiety. So why even put myself in that position? But just having some faith that you're not crazy, that this is normal in the terms of, like, you probably don't, like most people that I've talked to that have the demons, and there's more that have come out of the woodwork since I started talking about this a little more publicly. You probably don't know anybody personally that's in the same boat as you, so you probably do think you're crazy. Like, you don't know anybody that's going through it, but believe me, there's a lot of people that have it, and and it's rough, and it will make you crazy, but that doesn't mean you're mentally weak. Just you're better if you haven't given up yet. You're not mentally weak. Don't even worry about that.